What up, tribe? It's your Raji, and I would like to welcome you to my podcast, The Kush Concierge, Something for the People, where the evolved hustlers, they come to learn more about root work, conjure, tarot, culture, astrology, and a little bit of everything in between. Yes, I appreciate you guys for tapping in and continuing to hold the tribe down as we, maneuver and rise and elevate and just, ascend to our higher selves. Now, we also know that takes a bit of walking through the valley of the shadow of death. So, there's been journey, there's lore there, you know what I'm saying? But we'll definitely get into that. Now, today is Tuesday, May the 6th. Tuesday's ruled by Mars, and today the moon is in Virgo. It's waxing gibbous, and that's today we are going to be focusing on strategy, discipline, sacred transformation, and really getting organized for our next level. Virgo also rules the digestive system, so when I think about Virgo, I also think about removing and getting rid of shit that just does not serve you, So you may be called to fast. I know I've been talking about that on my lives. If you guys have been wondering where I've been, I'm on live quite a bit. But it is the month of May, and I definitely wanted to tap in and go ahead and get us set up here. And what better day to do it than this good Mars Tuesday? But yeah, here we are, right? Now, the Virgo full moon, the Virgo energy, because we have a full moon next week on the 12th in Scorpio, but this Virgo moon gives you that energy of focus, more like purification. Like I said, body awareness, fasting is good right now, and attention to detail. When you deal with a waxing gibbous phase, you guys are going to focus on building momentum in your projects and goals, refinement, and preparation for your manifestations to appear in the 3D. So you got to already walk, talk, act like you got it, right? Now, Tuesday, Mars energy to me, it gives you that extra boost. If you guys have any Tuesday guides, I would definitely look into them because, hey, you never know who can help you kind of blockbuster your way through this process. Now, with Venus in Aries being sextile Pluto in Aquarius, which is in retrograde right now, we are focusing more on love, beauty, desire, and our finances, our money being transformed. Now, your magnetic power of bold, feminine energy is what's going to directly align with your authentic self-expression, right? So yeah, I love that. It's very raw, very real, very new, but also very combative and very spicy. So be mindful of that, okay? As a lot of people will be acting out of emotion. A lot of people will be saying things out of emotion. A lot of quick flings, if you will. Now, Mars Tuesday, like I said, I would just use this energy today, y'all, to be strategic and take grounding action because that earth sign energy is also there, right? I love to see it. Now, tonight, we can tap into a Virgo moon ritual. And, I love a good bath. So I do have a moon ritual bath for you guys. It is going to include some of my faves, chamomile and rosemary, both for clarity, calm, and really just having the focus and time to have that discernment. And also, chamomile is good for money work, too. If you know, you know. Now, your journaling prompts for today are going to be what needs refining in my daily routine and where am I ready to embody my next level, right? The Mars energy is going to be focused on maybe doing some breath work and physical movement. So get outside today, get you some sun, get into some grass, breathe in some natural air, and, then move forward with your strategy. Just take some time for yourself for a little bit, you know what I mean? Now, we spoke on the tip of finances and using that in ritual and magic. Now, Virgo is good for finances, I feel like, and also the energy of Mars, because it's it helps you make these bold moves that you wouldn't normally make. It gives you this courage. It gives you that extra push. But you also have Virgo there kind of whispering in your ear, okay, now we can do this, but we got to get organized. We got to know which way we're going. So I think this is an amazing energy to do ritual and root work and conjuring, bringing down your spirits to assist you with this, okay? Look, also, I recommend that you guys look for Virgo in your chart. And but put that energy there too, because it's going to be most potent in that area of your life instead of just working with it in a general sense. I look for Virgo in my chart. Now, I'm going to suggest, because usually we do quick cash workings on Wednesdays, right, with Mercury energy. But I feel like today you can tap into any quick cash spell work during Mercury hour of today, right? Walk with me, confirmation. So you are going to dress your petition paper, which it can be any kind of paper. I would recommend like brown parchment paper, or even the bags that you get from the store. You can buy a pack of these like little sandwich, old school sandwich brown bags from like Walmart or Target that you would buy normally for your lunch, and you can cut them up and use them as petition paper. You can also go to Michael's and like buy a whole roll of brown paper and go from there. Or you can do like we do when we get them packages from Amazon. We pull out that brown paper and we put it to the side and we utilize it, okay? Now, this is going to be dressed with rosemary and cinnamon. If you have the oil, you can do that. And you want to put this on and under your red candle. I say on and under because usually I'll anoint. You can anoint with something like cinnamon oil, or if you got like an oregano oil, you can put some cinnamon with it, put some rosemary on it, and that's how you dress your candle, okay? Now, for a more detailed aspect of how you can like dress your candles and stuff like that, I've been promising y'all that tutorial for the longest. Like, my visibility has gone way up, and I'm being very particular about what I put out lately. I'm being very, very particular. I have been going live. I have been reading, but I've just been very, very particular about what I put out. And that's all I'm going to say about that. How today's astro is going to support these money rituals for you, though, is you're going to have some clarity around what you should be spending and what you're doing. It's going to help you get organized with your offerings to your spirit teams. And this is going to be the energy for you to revamp your wealth altar, okay? You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what the tea is today. The tea today is get it together. What would Beyonce do? What would Michael Jackson do? You know what I'm saying? In terms of studying their craft, being passionate about what they're doing, protection, ambition, because those are all the things that Tuesday is made of. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind when you tap into like Tuesday energy. When you tap into this Tuesday energy, you really want to kind of focus, like I said, on ambition and courage, but also be mindful of any sort of left hand energy, because it's also going to be very aggressive energy today. Very lusty and sexual energy. Yes, spicy girls. Yeah, so there could be possibly hexing and cursing, because today is one of those days for that. So make sure, like, even if you couldn't catch it at sunrise, maybe you would need to do it during Mars hour today, okay? Do your prayers, Psalm 91 or Psalm 23, if that's all you can remember, spirit know your heart. But yeah, you could activate your protective charms today, and today is just a good day to fight for your right, okay? So, but yeah, be mindful of those like stagnant ass energies trying to come around and provoke you. Don't be provoked today. You've got better places to put your energy. All right, so I'm gonna pull a couple of cards for today. Yes. I'm going to pull a couple of cards to see what is the collective energy for today. And let me go ahead and open those roads. Spirit, thank you so much for opening the roads for myself and the tribe. Thank you so much for covering and protecting us as we go on this journey. Thank you so much for the gift. I do not abuse the gift. I honor it. I appreciate it. I love it. What guidance do you have for the collective today for this Tuesday energy? Let's see. Alright. I know we got this full moon coming up, and it's in Scorpio. And I already feel its effects. Like, oh my God, the readings have been so raw, so wide open. Ooh, baby, ain't no hiding, okay? Ain't no hiding, honey. I need you to know that. Ain't no hiding. You might as well deal with it, okay? You might as well deal with it. All right, Spirit, what y'all got for us? What energy do you have for the tribe today, Spirit? Together is better. You've got a group of 3 people, 3 of baskets. Okay. That do not want you to work. Or you do not want to work with these people long term. You could have loved these people in your past, but you realize that you can't work with them long term. Why is that, Spirit? Because you see that all they care about is the end result. All they care about is having some sort of victory. You know what I'm saying? This is why you can't work with these people long term. They don't care about the journey. They don't care about the lore. They don't care about shit but winning. So you got to get away from people like that. You need people that align with you on a real, true, purpose-driven type of level. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with getting to it, because y'all know how I feel about getting to it. I mean, hell, Virgo in my second house. Ain't nothing wrong with getting to it. But you also need to love what you do. You need to be true, and you need to be real, and see, a lot of people be missing it. So yeah, these people might want to collaborate with you, but y'all just not aligned in that way. You feel what I'm saying? And you need to be okay with cutting those cords. Yeah, specifically, this Mother of Sticks is in this group. Maybe a fire sign feminine, or you could be a fire sign feminine, but somebody is definitely taking this fire initiative today, to move on, move on independently, move on bravely. Most importantly, start, you might be moving on in the physical, guys, but you need to also recognize that you need to move on from thinking about it, from talking about it. Carry on, have good thoughts. Don't like bug your day down with like bullshit ass rhetoric from the past. Okay, y'all, like, let that shit go. It fucks up the church's money. And that's what the ancestors have to say. Yeah, daughter of sticks to the mother of sticks. You are definitely pivoting right now, and you're moving forward in your journey successfully and with a balanced and harmonious way of thinking and talking to yourself. These people only want to attach themselves to you anyway, because I got the devil and the wheel of fortune, because they're going through misfortune, and they just need your energy to pull them up out of it. And they'll do whatever that they have to do. They'll do it the wrong way. Maybe they don't feel like the right way suits them. So just be mindful of these strategic ass people coming your way, trying to disrupt your energy, disrupt your path. Like, you've got to be brave enough to move on and walk away, because you do have the sauce. You do have everything that you need, all the tools. And if you don't got it, what Young Dog said, I'ma go get it. Okay, preach. Okay, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Have some self-discipline today in terms of who you allow in your circle and what thoughts you allow to creep in. You get yourself a negative thought, you better go on ahead and put it right behind a positive thought. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way you're gonna get through this. And you got to be very intentional about how you speak to yourself, how you move throughout your day, what you consume, because it does matter. All right. So yeah, y'all, that is your collective reading for today. I will be going live on TikTok and posting on Patreon as well. Today's Kush Almanac, as well as the full daily horoscopes, are up on Patreon, so definitely check that out. And if you guys need me, click the link in my bio. I do have available slots today from 11 to 7 on private terp. But if you would like to just do a public reading, you can hop on my TikTok and tap in there, and you can book a personal reading during one of my lives. Okay, y'all? So yeah, I love you guys, and I hope that this helps somebody out on their journey for today. And as always, love you, mean it. Click that follow, like, share, subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You never know who it could help. I will talk to you guys later. Maybe do a little bonus episode. I don't know. I know I've been missing, but little reboot, little recharge. But we back like we never left, per usual. But yeah, I love you guys, and we'll chat soon. Bye.